Hey guys, for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be going on a little bit of a break, mostly because I have got tons and tons of comments on my videos that I need to read and reply to, because, honestly, I do love staying in touch with you guys. But just because I'm going on a little break here, that's not to say that you're going to go without content. You may recall that a few weeks ago, I gave one of my trolls the chance to defend the Alpha and Omega series by making a video review of his own, which I would then post on my channel for all to see and ponder over. While everyone else thought that was a really great idea, and were genuinely curious about what he might have to say, he declined on the grounds that doing so would only get him a lot of unwanted attention because, apparently, my fans are nothing but haters. And just in case anyone outside of my fanbase might be of that opinion, my review for Catwoman continues to be one of my most popular videos, and regardless of my positive opinion about that movie, my subscriber count continues to rise every day. My viewers are anything but haters. If they aren't going to hate me for my controversial opinions about one of the most universally despised movies ever made, then they aren't going to hate you for whatever opinion you have that's contrary to my own. But then something unexpected and actually kind of cool happened. I asked for a review from one very particular person, but instead I've had a few different people say that they want to take up that offer themselves. So on that note, let me tell you about Guestsheaux. Since so many people thought it was a really interesting idea to feature someone else's review on my channel, and since a handful of people are chomping at the bit to review Alpha and Omega themselves, all I can say in response to that is, why not? Every month, I'll assign you a movie that I've already reviewed, and if there's something about it that you want to say for yourselves, you can make your own review and send it to me. Remember, it must be in an audio-visual medium, just like I outlined in my friendly competition video. You can do it on a professional camera, you can do it over a webcam, or you can shoot it on your cell phone, or you can just put your voice over still images that would illustrate your point. Once it's finished, send it my way via Google Drive to bobshow@gmail.com, and I'll post it on my channel and link it back to your own. I'll be coming back to making my own reviews on August 27th, but in the meantime, send me your reviews for Alpha and Omega, whether it's the original, any of the sequels, or hell, maybe even the entire series so far. I would like to emphasize that the idea is to spread your own thoughts and feelings about the movie. Just because I'm posting this on my channel, I don't want you to think that you need to conform to my way of thinking. Hell, I would love for someone to explain to me in a review how Humphrey lost his ability to howl when you'd think that Kate would want to make sure he stays in practice. For our first installment of Guestsheaux, I can't think of anyone more fitting to kick things off than the Hardcore Kid, who came out of reviewing retirement to make this one particular review. So, sit back, relax, and let's see what the Hardcore Kid has to say about Alpha and Omega.
Light as a feather. Hey dudes, Hardcore Kid here. If you don't know who I am, I'm the dude who's hardcore enough to review kid stuff. And for those of you who have been wondering where I've been all this time, well, I said that even though I wasn't doing any reviews for my show anymore, there would still be a few times where I would make a one-off review. And my friends, that time has come today. Bob Show is a fellow internet reviewer, well known for covering mostly family films, including the Land Before Time movies, the Buddy movies, and his more infamous review, Cool Cat Saves the Kids. He's also been known for reviewing the Alpha and Omega films, and just recently, he was slandered by some snowflake on DeviantArt named WWW who threw a fit at him after he used one of his blog posts in his review of Alpha and Omega to explain why he didn't agree with the people defending everything that was wrong with the sequels. After a debate between the two, Triple W started labeling Bob as a cyberbully. Why? Because he has a different opinion. That's why, Wolfaboo. So Bob decided, you know what, rather than keep this drama going, why not turn to some of my fellow reviewers and have them give their own thoughts on Alpha and Omega, and see what they're saying is considered cyberbullying. And given that I myself have gotten some requests to review this movie, I thought I'd jump in on the action as well. It's like the old days of doing those review collaborations on those Land Before Time movies, but with werewolves. But why didn't I review this movie sooner? I just didn't find it all that interesting. I've seen trailers for this movie, and it came off as rather meh. Just another lame Romeo and Juliet style movie complete with lame animation and multiple bathroom and ass humor. I would not take a piss in that neck of the woods. But since it's been a while and you guys have waited so patiently for me to review it, I've decided to pull my sunglasses and jacket out of the closet just for you guys. So how is Alpha and Omega? Is it a good movie or is it bad? Well, let's find out. And for the thousands in attendance, cue the theme music. As the movie begins, we see a group of wolves riding a tree trunk down a hill. I guess somebody forgot to tell them that Action Park is just down the road. And it's not even 2 minutes in that you realize, my God, is this animation bad. It's like they didn't even finish rendering the backgrounds, and the log is just hovering over the ground. Still, it makes a better hoverboard than whatever the hell this is. But still, this is the first scene. You'd think they'd have done a better job with this.
Humphrey?
Kate? What are you doing up here?
I'm practice hunting for our lunch.
Oh good, because I'm about to lose mine.
You are? Ew.
I'll try to swallow it.
You might not have chucked, but I did. So anyway, here's our two protagonists. The gray male Omega Wolf is Humphrey, voiced by diehard shit-stain Justin Long, and the tail that he's eyeing up is Alpha Wolf Kate, voiced by Hayden Panettiere. Humphrey has a crush on Kate, who's pretty much a wolf ninja warrior, who's able to leap, somersault, and duke left and right quick enough to save her friends from a stampede of caribou. Well, goddamn, if this beast was babysitting Simba, I don't think Mufasa would have had much to worry about. Except for maybe the food chain. Of course, the packs don't take kindly to each other's presence, and start performing WWE finishers on each other.
Guys, come on! Don't get your fur in a bunch. You wolves are making us look bad. Come on, the caribou are laughing at us. Oh, now that's a moon I don't want to howl to.
Oh no, don't tell me this movie's gonna be filled with butt jokes. Yeah, it is. Seriously, did Tina Belcher write this movie? So the storyline, like I said, is somewhat structured in a Romeo and Juliet format. There are two different packs, Eastern and Western, who are in a rivalry, aka Capulets and Montagues. Only difference is, Humphrey and Kate are both Western, so there's no animosity between him and Kate's father Winston, voiced by Danny Glover. But alas, he is still forbidden from bonking his daughter, since wolf law states that Alpha and Omega wolves should not mate. And given that Kate is the top tier Alpha, and Humphrey is the bottom of the barrel Omega, I think he'd have better luck plowing a moose before getting with her. And before anyone asks, this movie came out in 2010, so any arguments regarding feminism or disregard to the opposite sex, those arguments are made completely irrelevant.
How about squirrels? Bad joke. Flying squirrels.
Regardless, Humphrey is still a stupid idiot. Meanwhile, Winston wants to reunite the packs by hooking Kate up with the son of an Eastern Alpha named Tony, voiced by Dennis Hopper in his last film role before his death. And even though the guy was banging on death's door, he was still banging out a performance like he's playing Easy Rider.
You know there's no caribou left in the east.
You got a problem.
Unite the packs, Winston. It was you who gave the big speech that your daughter Kate and my son Garth would marry and unite the packs.
Huh?
Garth knows his responsibility. Does Kate?
Don't worry. She knows.
Good. And she can meet Garth tonight at the Moonlight Howl.
Then we're retiring to Florida. Just watch out for those rednecks in the southern pack. They scare ya. So all the wolves reunite and prepare for the Midnight Howl. And that's when the movie decides to go full furry. So apparently wolves can fusion all of a sudden? So as Humphrey and his Omega geek friends are going courting, they see Kate and her sister Lily heading up to the mountain to meet her betrothed fiancé Garth. And is it me, or does she look like she's posing for a shampoo commercial?
I've never seen her look that good.
Wow.
Kate is hot.
L'Oreal, because you're Wolfit. Humphrey tries to butt in, but Garth ain't having any of it. He tries to show off with his big shot jock gimmick. As for his howling...
Was it, good for you?
Unbelievable.
My ear virginity has been speared by your vocal cords. So Kate tries to make her great escape, only to run into St. Humphrey yet again.
Your, howling partner, he's not a stud. Not a stud, but like, it's like stud, but, a dud. A dud. That's it. Isn't he?
No. He is not a dud. In fact, Humphrey, you'd be surprised to find that he is
Wrong.
yes, strong. And he's
Proud.
yes, proud. And he's, what's the word I'm looking for?
An alpha's alpha.
That is right. He is an alpha's alpha.
You may as well face the music, Kate. You are, in fact, Garth's Wolfaboo.
Whoa, hey, I was just kidding. Ow! Again with the butt.
He keeps shooting them in the butt. Why? Why does he keep shooting them in the butt? So I guess Garth's howling knocked out all the wolves because not a single one of them notices the armed hunters taking the pair in a box on a truck. By the time they're able to escape, they've already been relocated to Sawtooth National Park in Idaho. They try to get some help from a golfing goose named Marcel and his caddy Patty. Yeah, really. Voiced by comedians Larry Miller and Eric Price. You want to guess which one is which? They provide the Dom DeLuise-style goofball comedy relief of the movie.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
Well, I guess the birdie ruined your birdie.
You mark it birdie because it would have gone in.
Technically, sir, it might have gone in.
Mark it birdie!
Well, it was an obstacle. And everyone has to play with the obstacles. You know, we wouldn't want to lie.
This is not a lie. This is not a lie if you are French.
Well, French-Canadian. There's a slash. A hyphen in between there.
Merci. You always love to mock the French. But French-Canadian? What are you talking about? So Humphrey and Kate try to ask for help, but Marcel's French tactics tell him to fly like hell. Humphrey tries to stop this fat, bald coward with wings without too much luck.
Oh my goodness, look out for the... Oh, no.
Oh, he's a goner for sure.
I was fucking kidding when I said you should plow a moose. I didn't think you would actually do it.
Idaho?
Idaho?
Oui, Idaho, a land of mountains, rivers, lakes, and a few billion potatoes.
Sawtooth National Wilderness.
What are we doing in Idaho?
You were relocated to repopulate.
Ah!
They want you big wolves to make a lot of little wolves.
Well, damn. They're not even being subtle here. They're saying plain as day that these guys were sent to Idaho, make it their own love pad, and repopulate it with a bunch of wolfy tater tots.
Ew.
Speaking of Garth, we cut back to the Packs, who are pissed off that 2 of their kin are missing. This allows Kate's mom to channel her inner Nicole Watterson.
If any of you wolves have hurt my daughter, I will personally rip out your eyes and shove them down your throat so you can see my claws tear your carcass open!
Be warned, folks. She may seem nice and calm, but inside lies impotent rage!
By these low-life, bottom-feeding, undereducated, unhygienic, slimy, no-neck, toxic, triple-chinned, oxygen-wasting, crude, gutless, foul-smelling, buck-toothed, corrupt, felonious, disgraceful, disease-ridden, bow-legged, yellow-bellied, backstabbing, ghoulish, vulgar, despicable, worm-headed, worthless stains!
But before she can release impotent rage on the other pack, Lily decides that Garth should hook up with her instead. Why? Because we need more shipping to satisfy the fans, that's why. Now let's talk about Lily, because we haven't had a chance. First off, she's voiced by Christina Ricci. Her character is basically the Mabel Pines of the film, always being cute and carefree, and totally random.
What am I?
You got me.
It's a turtle that fell and can't get up.
That's pretty good.
Okay, what's this? It's turtle roadkill.
What else can you do?
I just do turtles.
Damn it, Lily, stop being cute. You're supposed to be the bloodhound of Florencia, not the pokey little puppy. If I want to watch a movie starring a bunch of wolves going sledding, playing golf, or doing their best Angus Young impressions, yeah, I'd probably watch this. Meanwhile, Marcel and Patty lead Humphrey and Kate to the truck of some evil libertarian scumbag to take them back to Jasper. Along the way, they pull into a rest stop where...
We stopped.
I don't want to know what happened on this truck, but I'm sure they didn't have the budget for it. So, just let it go.
Let it go!
No! Just move on. However, Humphrey has to take a piss, so Kate lets him out by a dumpster. But Humphrey, being the omega dumbass he is, sniffs out a cupcake and gets cornered by the store owners.
Any last wishes?
Oh no! He pissed all over the script! Now what are we going to do?
Kate saves him, but the RV drives away and both wolves get cornered.
Foot trap!
I got a shotgun.
Oh, nicely done, Max.
Realizing that Humphrey has been completely useless, Kate tries to make the way back herself, only to get caught in a storm. And then she gets stuck on an embankment. But Humphrey makes a rescue the only way he knows how. The primitive way.
Hey, grab my trail!
Grab your what?
Take those alpha jaws and grab the... Oh, my
my tail, my tail. Hey, wiggle. Wiggle around.
God damn it, this wheel sucks.
Oh, my tail. Hurry.
Ah. Well, thanks to Alpha and Omega, I think we have now discovered what a tail job is. So Humphrey manages to save Kate, and they eventually run into the Marsupilami again, who tells them that they should take the train to Canadia. And the only way to get there is over the mountains. Insert Ozzy Osbourne reference here. While on the snowy summit, Humphrey befriends a bear cub.
You're totally weird.
And his bear posse.
Good luck juking your way out of this one.
What's your name, sir? Growl. All right. Oh! You need a hug? Why do we talk? Can we just talk?
You know, what puzzles me is how come the bear cub is able to speak fluent English, and yet his family is mute? And if this movie takes place in winter, shouldn't the bears be in hibernation? I mean, what? Did this bear cub come from the Chomper School of English? So we get a pretty fun scene of the wolves sliding down the mountain on a log with one of the bears behind them, which gives me the urge to start playing Crash Bandicoot 2 again, until eventually they go sliding right off a cliff onto the train. The bear isn't so lucky.
Ooh, nasty.
Then we get a song number featuring both couples, which features possibly the greatest lyrics I've ever heard in a movie. You know it, bro. So the duo take the train back to Jasper, which very conveniently passes right by where all the wolves are now in a blood feud. But Kate arrives and tells him that she's decided to marry Garth and unite the packs. But during the actual ceremony, Kate declines, and both wolves reveal that they've fallen in love with Omegas against wolf law. Dennis Hopper Wolf takes it well.
This is madness. This isn't our custom. This isn't our way. Take the valley!
So after completely recycling all the footage from Kate's dream, a stampede of caribou comes screaming down the valley, threatening to run over Winston and Tony. Humphrey and Kate do their log sledding trick. Seriously, is this like the third time they've done this? And use the log to shield their old men. Really? Considering how flimsy that thing looks, they may as well be protected by a fig leaf. Oh, and also, gravity does not work that way! And oh no, Kate takes a hoof right in the face and is knocked out for the count. Oh dear, could this be the end of our heroine? Of course not. We still got all those sequels to make. And thus the movie ends with Humphrey marrying Kate, Garth marrying Lily, and they have a big celebration under the full moon. Arrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrr And that was Alpha and Omega. And it kinda sucked. Movie franchises get made because the studio wants to capitalize on the success of the first film to make a profit. But this movie really doesn't have much to offer. It's just a boring, uninspiring road trip film with bland characters, poor CGI, and too many butts of the joke. The movie doesn't really have much of a villain either. Although Tony does have those moments where he comes off as tyrannical, but really, what desired the studio to keep making these movies when nobody cared about the first one? Will I ever cover the sequels? Maybe. I already seen Bob Show's reviews, and they not only look just as lame, but seem to have crossed into the Twilight Zone. Seriously? Dinosaurs? In a movie about wolves? What sci-fi channel nonsense is this? So a thumbs down, or as I like to call it, a hardcore headache, for Alpha and Omega. Now, if you want to see the rest of my reviews, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, Headbanger142. I'm sure you'll find the playlist of videos among the 8,000 Robot Wars videos I got on there, but I hope you enjoy them. Until then, this is the Hardcore Kid saying, peace out.
Powwow, the Indian boy, loved all the animals in the West. We will rock you. Toss! Well, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the places where a rabbit wouldn't go.
Gypsies, tramps, and thieves, we heard it from the people of the town. Toss!
High on a hill lived a lonely goat bird, lady yodelay, yodelay, hee-hoo. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane.
Toss! Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
I've got a brand new pair of roller skates, you got a brand new key.
Toss!
Admiral Halsey notified me he had to have a bath or he couldn't get to sleep.
And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon.
In your Easter bonnet with all the frills upon it. One night in Bangkok makes a strong man crumble.
Chicks and ducks and geese better scurry when I take you out in a surrey.
We were merely freshmen.
Oh, Susanna,
oh, don't you cry for me, 'cause I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee.